Hey, 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 it's the Mom Cafe, and this is your host, Ty Spikes. And on this episode of Newborn Home, Now What? Twin Edition, I have my special guest here, a friend of mine. Her name is Ariel Lawson, and I'm showing off my coffee cup of today, my mug of today. As y'all can see, it's just the world's okayest mom. I love it. My sister gave it to me because she's my sister. But no, she gave it to me as a gift, and I actually love it because, like, it's true. At least I could be okay, right?
Great.
So how are you today, Miss Lawson? Yes. So we're going to go ahead and get it started with this lovely title of Newborn's Home, Now What? Now, if y'all heard on my previous episode, I was talking about how there is no book, there is no guide as to going home and with this newborn baby. So first, what are you drinking on today? What are you having? What kind of mug do you have, Miss Lawson? You want to show us your coffee mug?
It says, "In my self-love."
Oh, what does it say?
Self-love era.
Oh, it says, "I'm in my self-love era." I love that.
I am in love.
I love that.
Yes.
Definitely love yourself, ladies out there. I love that. I absolutely love that. It says, "I'm in my self-love era." So ladies out there, I'm with her. This is the time to self-love, because only if you love yourself first can you love everyone else. So that's amazing. So thank you for that. All right. So like I said, let's dive in. I know when I was a mom for the first time, well, I got home with this baby and I was like, okay. Like, this is real life. I have to really like be an adult and like parent a baby. Like, and I guess, I eventually got it, I think, after a few turns. But I do remember driving home with this newborn of like, this is real. No nurses, just me and my husband, and go. I didn't have any kids when before, because this is my first one. So tell me, because this is Twins Edition, but you actually had kids before. So how was your first experience when you brought your first child home?
Scary. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do with this little thing. And I wouldn't even say little thing, because she was 10'2" when she was born. So what do you do with 10'2"? What do you do with
10 pounds and 2 ounces? 10 pounds and 2 ounces. Oh my God.
I was blessed to have her mom. She came, she stayed with me for like the first 2 weeks. After that, she was like, okay, well, I gotta go back to work. And I'm like, no, don't go. What are you doing? Yeah,
please stay.
I remember that.
Help me, mother.
She left, and the baby, she would not stop crying. And I was like, what do I do? I just break it down.
Wow.
What do I do? I broke down.
What do I do?
My mom. She was like, is she hungry? Has she been fed? Does she need a new diaper? I was like, I don't know. I just want you, But after that first night, I got over it. It was just, I think it was more so of having that comfort.
Right.
Like, your mom is there to assist you. This is your first.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Like all those type of new emotions, because you've never been through this. And like the fact that your mom has, it's like, she knows way better than me. Stay here forever. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. You had one that has come and gone. I am so interested in this because I thought this was going to happen to me, and it never did. And I'm so grateful. But you last year, actually probably it was maybe 2 years ago, you got pregnant with twins.
Yes. So
that's a lot. So tell me, all right, well, we're back, and thank God for editing. Okay. All right. So tell me, how was it when you found out, number one, that you were pregnant? Well, I guess, yeah, okay, so you knew you were pregnant, but of course we all think we have singletons in there. And so tell me, how did you feel? What went through your mind when you found out that it was more than one? When did that actually happen? When did you find out that it was two?
Real quick. So let me give you a little backstory real quick. So my husband and I were just recently married. So this is my second marriage. We discussed, having kids. Do we want to have kids? No, because we have grown-ups now. We're a blended family, of course. We have grown kids. We have teenage kids. Everything is just perfect. We can travel. We can do whatever we do. So we were fine. No more kids. We're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. God works in mysterious ways. So
right.
I remember we took a trip for, was it my birthday? It was close to my birthday, I want to say. We took a trip and we went to Slitterbine. And I just went, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I know I'm not going to be able to swim and everything just because, my cycle is supposed to be coming, da-da-da. Well, it didn't come to me. Blast at Slitterbine. You hear me? And so I was like, and this is like a week and a half later now. And I'm like, right, because my cycle is always on schedule. It's always on time. And I'm like, something. So my friend was just what's going on? So my friend was just like, you should go take a test. Fine. I went, took a test. It came back positive. And I just remember looking in the mirror and I laughed out loud. Like, this cannot be. And I was like, clearly this test is defective because it was super hot outside. And I was like, I was riding around and the test was in the car. It's hot outside. It's defective. Clearly it's wrong. My friend took the test. Go do it again.
Right, clearly.
Free took the test and it came back instantly. I was like, all righty.
Absolutely.
So told my husband that.
Okay, but since you already had two kids, right?
Teenagers.
You already had two kids, right? So let's just be honest. I knew probably after kid 2, maybe even 3, that it's really difficult to have a positive negative. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a negative positive test and still be pregnant, right? And so that's why people tell you, oh, you should wait a couple of days or even a week and then test again. Right. But it's really rare to have a negative positive, meaning that it's a positive test and it's not true. So when you seen it the first time, did you just know, or did you like, no, just because you couldn't believe it, you had to retest?
Because I couldn't believe it. I think I was more so in denial, like, this is not true.
That's it.
This cannot be. This?
Right.
We're not doing this. No. What is this?
Right. We're not doing this. We're not having one other child, right?
Well, right. Found I was pregnant. Okay. Yay. My husband is just like, are you serious? What? We went to the doctor. Emotional roller coaster. We went to the doctor. The very first doctor visit we went to, it was too early. It was too early to tell. So we made an appointment for like 2 weeks later. Went back 2 weeks later, and they confirmed the pregnancy. About basically how far along I was. Okay, yay, we're pregnant. We know this now.
Yay.
We went.
So now we've accepted it. We're okay with being pregnant.
We're okay. Still didn't tell the kids yet or anything like that, just because it's early in the game. So we went back for another appointment. This was after the initial ultrasound, and on the initial, we just saw one little bean, like, hi, swimming around. That's when we were like,
one baby.
We went to the next appointment. And I think that's when we stopped breathing that day. We went in, and I remember it so vividly. We went in and I was laying on the table, and my husband was across from me, and there was 2 doctors in there that day, just for some random reason. Oh, because B was not in nurse practice. She was out sick, so it was the nurse practitioner and somebody else. So, they have the ultrasound and they're looking. We see one baby, heartbeat strong, boom, 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 boom. And then my husband looked at the monitor and he was like, "Wait, what is that?" And they're looking like. So she said, "Let me go look at the chart." Opened the chart, and she came back and she was like, "Okay, we're not working with 1, we're working with 2.
Oh wow!
I wanted to fall off there.
You were done. Like, cut.
We're done. Nah, can't do this. And to this day, because I remember looking at it, I was like, "Oh, that's a gas bubble." And she said, the practitioner looked at me, she was like, "I don't think gas bubbles have heartbeats." And I was like, "Mine does."
Right. Like that's a really strong beating gas bubble.
And it do there. So
that's hilarious.
That's what we found. And we wrote
that drive home. I bet was very interesting.
Silence. We did not talk to one another.
And so, they usually say that twins run in families, like it's hereditary. So who was it? And honestly, with my research, and I could be wrong, and I'm pretty sure once this podcast keeps growing, someone's going to correct me, but it's still indeed the husband. It's the husband's trait that decides whether you have twins or not. Does your husband have twins in his family?
So my husband has twins and triplets on his side of the family. Yes.
I need a drink from that.
Not only that, but we found my aunt, my grandmother had 4 girls. One of my aunt she was a vanishing twin.
Wow.
And so discussing it, my mom and I, we were discussing it, and we're thinking that it skips generations.
Yes, it skips generations. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Wow. 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 I'm just blown by all of that. All right. So tell me this. So, you find out that you have these lovely twins. When did you find out? What is it? Was it a gender reveal, or like was it a girl, boy, girl, 2 boys?
Because I was,
like, when did you find that out?
Because I was considered high risk, because I'm technically at the time I was 39, but because I'm high risk.
Okay. Right. That's a whole nother podcast that you're definitely you can come on that one as well. I was also high risk of my last pregnancy, so that's something to talk about. But because you were high risk, go ahead. Right.
Geriatric, all of those names that they throw out there. So I had to see the specialist more often. And so we found out at the ultrasound. And I wanted to do the big surprise gender reveal. My husband's like, "No, I need to know. It's fine. So
oh, wow.
We're like, "Okay, baby A is a boy." Yes. And I'm just like, "Okay, whatever. Baby B is a boy." Yes. I'm like, "Okay. Here you go."
That is amazing. Amazing news. So tell me, what do you think? Because now your sons are how old?
They are 11 months.
11 months. See, guys, it hasn't even been a year yet. She is a strong mama. Okay. All right. So you're almost to the finish line. You almost have 1-year-old babies. That's amazing. So what do you think, since you already had 2 kids previously, when you brought these twins home, but it's been kind of far removed? What's the age gap between the twins and the second oldest?
Yeah, they are see, there's 13. So like 12 years.
12 years apart. Okay, so it's been 12 years since you had a newborn baby. So was it almost, knowing though that, you've already had kids, I think some things you kind of already knew, but was it any big thing having twins and bringing?
I think once you have one, and this is just me, once you already have one and then you have another, it's like that maternal instinct kicks back in, that new stage kicks back in. So that part wasn't an issue. They were born at 34 weeks. So of course, I mentally prepared myself for a NICU stay. And in the NICU for 2 weeks. So thank God it was on. But for me, I had big babies. My biggest thing is I had big babies. My daughter was 10-2, my son 8-13, and they took him 2 weeks. So when I had the boys, when I had the twins, baby A was 6'4". For me, he's little.
That's huge for a preemie baby.
That is.
One baby was 6'4".
One baby was 6'4", the other was 5'9". Yes.
So you had so you had 12 pounds of baby in you. That's a lot of baby. Oh my God. So you still have big babies for twins.
I still have big babies for twins, but compared to my singletons, they were itty bitty. They were wearing.
I'm sure.
Gosh, what do I do? And I was just, what do I do? I remember my husband being in the NICU changing a diaper, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to hurt them.
They're so tiny. Yeah, they're so fragile. Yeah. Wow. So that was the biggest thing, because a lot of twins end up being born a little bit earlier. They tend to be a bit smaller and have to go through the NICU and things like that. So, but you weren't worried at all because they were pretty good weights.
Yes,
right. And even in the hospital,
the NICU just to learn how to the NICU just to learn. So they had to learn how to feed. So they had to learn how.
Speaking of feed, did you breastfeed? Did you not breastfeed? Having two, I just can't imagine. We had two babies on that I did not.
I knew going in that I did not. Just for health, just for my mental health, I knew that.
Right.
Each parent, each mom does.
So did you feel bad about that decision, or this was a decision that you stuck with and you were completely okay with?
With it, and I am okay to this day.
Love it. I love it. And we should, right? We mothers should make the best decision for us, and don't feel like breast is great, right? But so is formula, and you do what you feel like is best for you, because you are going to be the one taking care of these babies, and don't think that someone else's journey is, better because they did something different. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, when it comes to having twins, what is something that you know now that you wish you would have known 11 months ago?
Support system. When I say support, having I don't want to say a huge support system, but having the right people around you. You have to have that strong village. You have to. There were plenty of nights where I just remember, I don't know if I'm coming or going.
Right.
And I can pick up
and just understanding that that's okay though. You're gonna have those days where it's just I don't even know. But as long as you have a strong system going,
system, that village, just checking in, and just also saying it's okay not to feel okay. I realized that regarding the postpartum part, because I didn't have it with the other two. This,
yeah.
With twins, it's
different, right?
Yes.
Wow. I can imagine that with twins.
Yes.
So we're ending our podcast now, but I do, before we leave, is there any advice you want to give to that person who found out today or last month, or is going to find out when they click on that they're pregnant but with twins? What's your advice for those people?
Get ready, because it is going to be a roller coaster. And I don't want to, deter anyone or scare anyone, but there are so many joyous moments when you get to put...
Like, don't forget, people, that a roller coaster is like super scary, but it's a thrill at the same time.
You get to see so much fun. You get to see interact. You get to see them interacting with each other. You get to love on two. You are blessed with two. Not one, but 2 or 3. For those that got 3.
Oh, that's so much
love. You are
love.
blessed. You are blessed.
Yeah. And you know what? I think it's so beautiful because just even thinking about having one, but I think it's even more special because they have each other. They have a buddy through life that they can spread, this story with. So I just want to congratulate you on your next... Your second go round of motherhood. But wow, twins! I am so you're awesome. You are a super mom. All of you guys out there are with twins or more. Man, thank you so much, Ariel, for being on the show today. Here's Sway. Spread love every day, and we'll check y'all out next week on the Mom Cafe. Thank you. See you guys later. Woo-hoo.